guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Donated Goddess, and I'm here with you with another video. Before we get started, if you are not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to this channel, you like this video, and you share it as well. Leave a comment when you're finished, and go ahead and enjoy it today. So, as you see by the title, and you see by the thumbnail, I'm going to be telling you a story time of me growing up. I have a few things I would like to talk about, just to give you about just to give you some things about who I am and what it was like growing up as me. And before I start, go ahead and get you some chips. Get yourself settled in because we're about to have a long, good story. So, I want to start off by saying, hello, my name is Shayana. I'm 22 years old, and I go by Donated Goddess on Instagram and Donated Goddess on YouTube. And I want to talk about where I'm from, how I grew up, the things that I was into growing up, and all that great stuff. So the first thing I want to start off with is growing up for me. I grew up in a small town called Port Arthur, Texas, and I've been there for 20 years of my life. I currently moved, so I no longer live there, but it is my hometown. So, I give that town how would I say it? That town is a real character builder. I'll tell you that. It's a character builder, and it is something that, it is a motivational push to do better in life. I would say that as well. Because, most time when you from your hometown, you don't always want to stay there and remain there. You want to do something different and explore life. So that's the type of town it is. It's not a bad town, but it's not as bad, but it's not, it has ugly sides too. But growing up out there was like, wow, man. Like, I used to love playing outside. So let's start with like kindergarten. So kindergarten was years for me. I was such a girly girl. I was actually such a tomboy with girly girl tendencies. Like, I used to play outside rough. I used to swing and do all this jumping on, climbing on stuff, and climbing on the swing sets and climbing all on the monkey bars and doing things that'll make my mama be like, "Can you get down? Like, you are scaring me, Shayana." Cause the type of child I was very adventurous. And y'all, when I tell y'all this, y'all probably like, really? But I never really knew that you can really get hurt from doing half the things that I did. Like, I was like very adventurous. I used to jump off really tall things and land right on my ankles and feet, like, and start running, like, and it didn't faze me neither. Yo, cause like, and where I used to live, it had this park. I used to love playing on that park. I remember when they built that park, cause at first it was just straight pavement. It was nothing but pavement. It was an old parking lot, so it was like you can see the old indentions of the parking spots and everything. So we knew there was a parking lot, especially me. I was like, "Oh, it's an old parking lot." So I remember when they was building it. I remember the day they was building it. The first thing they went up was the swing set, and then they started installing everything. And I was just like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." But y'all, I learned how to ride a bike on that platform. I remember one day I rode a ripstick. I stayed up all night to ride that ripstick. I fell, got back up, fell again, got back up, and now till this day I know how to ride a ripstick. If y'all know what a ripstick is, and if you don't, it's a skateboard, and it's a two-wheel skateboard, and you stand on it like sideways, and you just shake your back leg, and it's, you ripping the stick, ripstick. I used to ride that thing faithfully. Bikes, skates, ripsticks, scooters. That was my favorite. Y'all remember them Razor scooters when they used to pop in your ankle? Boy, that was that was so painful. Ooh, that was so painful. Getting popped in the ankle with a Razor scooter. And I think I had one growing up. I really think I had one. But I put it down one day and somebody stole it, y'all. But yeah, kindergarten, man. I used to go to the school named Sam Houston, in Port Arthur. And that school was like, I used to go to two elementaries actually, because I transferred my 4th grade year to another school called Travis. But I'm going to start with Sam Houston. So Sam Houston I went there from kindergarten to 4th grade, my half of 4th grade year. Then I transitioned to Travis. But Sam Houston, y'all. But Sam Houston, okay, so that type of school, what happened was, like, we used to go to field trips. We had star parties, tea awards. And the T's were T for terrific. Like, certain teachers were actually used to cut out the letter T. And say if the teacher is away from the class and we in a hallway and some people talking, but you in particular were quiet and You know, a few of you and your peers were quiet, but everybody else was talking. So the teacher would be like, okay, they were quiet. Let me go ahead and give them a T for terrific, because you all, you know, you did what you were supposed to do when the teacher was gone. But let's say if the teacher was gone and everybody was being quiet, so you would get a star. And if you got so many stars, the teacher would throw a star party. And we did that frequently. We went on field trips. We went to the zoo. We went to the aquarium. We went to Moody Gardens. We went to the park. It was a water park. Like, we did a lot of things. And when I tell y'all that school was my heart, like, I was so sad when I had to transfer, because we moved and we had to transfer. I had to transfer, actually. I said we. I had to transfer, and I was really sad because if y'all have the light change, my ring light, I don't understand why I do this, but it'll be super bright and then it will just start getting dim. It dies quick. But anyway, besides that, we used to go on field trips. We used to do all kind of good stuff. And yeah, when I transferred to schools, I went to Travis. Travis was my 4th grade year, all the way to my 5th grade year. And I cried a little bit because I didn't want to leave my school, y'all. But when I got to Travis, I met a few people. You know, I met a few friends, and yeah, I have some crazy memories with y'all. Like, memories that used to have me laughing till my stomach was sore, man. Like, I miss them days too, because I really miss some really genuine people. And I'm still, you know, cordial with these people to this day. Even if I don't talk to them on a daily basis, I still consider them as, like, you know, y'all was really cool growing up, you know. And 5th grade year was like when it got easier, because that's when I really was like, I started the year off with everybody. But 4th grade year, man, y'all, when I transferred schools from Sam Houston to Travis, my grades dropped. Like, I used to make A's and B's. I wasn't like, I made a C every once in a while, but that was the lowest that my grades got. I made a C, but I made A's and B's consistently at Sam Houston. So when I went to Travis and my grades started to drop, that was another thing that had me kind of like, damn, you know, my grades started dropping. I was a new student. I was a new kid in school. And I was like, dang, you know, I miss my school. But everybody was nice, like I said. And then, yeah, here come 5th grade year. But in the end of 4th grade year, it was a cheerleading team. Now, my passion for cheer started when I was a little bitty girl, like, honestly. And it started with the infamous movie, Bring It On. If you know that movie, you know that movie. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that movie, I love that movie. Like, till this day, I still love that movie. Like, that movie in general made me want to be a cheerleader. And I was a cheerleader all the way from 5th, 7th, and 8th grade. That movie made me want to be a cheerleader. I used to be doing all kind of stuff. Like, my mama bought me this little picnic set, and it was a blue picnic set, but that's besides the point. She bought me a little picnic set table with the chairs, the umbrella, all it. I tore that picnic set up thinking I was a cheerleader standing all over the table, knowing that thing gonna fall and I'm gonna bust my ass. I was doing all kind of stuff, standing on that table, just having a good time. I tell y'all, my mom used to be up in there. You hear her every day. Shayada, get out, Shayada, stop. What is she doing now, girl? Cause y'all, this lighting, this little thing is just like, oh wow, that's besides the point. But she used to tell me to get down, y'all. That movie started my passion for cheerleading, and I was just so like, I was like, wow, like they doing all these crazy stunts and it looks cool. Then they shouting and screaming and just full of cheer and just happy, like full of joy. I just like, I gotta do that. I want to do that. And I really wanted to be a competitive cheerleader. You know, they got the competitive cheerleaders. I really wanted to do that. But I was talking about 5th grade and everything. So at the end of the year, it was a cheerleading tryout. And I tried out for the team and I really knew I did good. I know I did great. They told me I did great. I believed I did great. I was told I did great, and I felt that I did great. But I didn't make the team. So I was sad. I was really devastated because I was really looking forward to being a cheerleader. Because when I was at Sam Houston, I did not make the team. I didn't make the team because I didn't try out. So let me not say that. I never tried out. I never tried out because I always missed the tryouts. And every time I found out about them, they were already trying out outside on the patio. And I was like, well, damn, I missed it again. But let me not just get y'all up like, oh, I didn't make the team. I actually did make the team in the end. How this happened was The recruiter for the cheer team, she went back and she looked through my records when I was she found out that I transferred schools, and she went back and looked through my records, and she looked at my my old transcripts and everything from Sam Houston, and she seen how my grades were, and that's what gave me my opportunity. She called. I remember the day too. She called. I think it was a Saturday. She called, and it was raining that day too. She called and she said, "Hey, is your mom home?" I was like, "No, she's asleep, but she's like, okay, it's okay, I'm gonna tell you." And then she was like, I want to let you know that I went back and I looked at your transcripts and everything, and I seen that you made really good grades, and you had really good conduct, and you were just, an outstanding student. She said, I want to give you the opportunity to be on the cheer team. She said, what I want you to do is I want you to come by and get your uniform and get fitted for it and everything. And just get your poms and all that, get size for everything, and you made the team. And I was just like, wow, I told my mom, I said, Mom, I made the team. I was like, Mom, I made the team. I made the team. She was like, oh, baby, congratulations. Because I was really sad, y'all. I was like, I didn't make the team. I was like, damn, I really want to be a cheerleader. So I made the team. 5th grade year cheer was amazing. Like, that's what made me want to be a cheerleader in middle school. Going into middle school, I wanted to be a cheerleader in middle school. I'm gonna be real, y'all. I don't really remember everything, but I remember we used to dance in programs, and we danced at parades and everything. We really cheered at parades and danced at programs and stuff. We did a lot of fun things. I was also in choir in elementary. I was in choir for Sam Houston. If y'all hit it, that's the sprinklers outside, because they be scaring me sometimes. They just come off. They come on at the random moments, but that's the sprinklers. But I was in a choir. I sung. I did the little jingle bells with the little jingle bells. Miss Odom, that was the choir teacher in Sam Houston too. So I did choir. I was a cheerleader. What else I did in elementary? I don't think I really did much in elementary besides choir and cheerleader. Yeah, I was a choir and cheerleader. That's pretty much what I pretty much think I did. Yeah, if it comes down on me, I'm gonna tell y'all in the middle of the story. But all right, so cheerleading transition to 7th and 8th grade. Those years were great. My 8th grade year, I was a hardcore cheerleader. 7th grade year was not the best, but I made it. I made it what it did. I did what I had to do. I made it what it did, but it was not the best year. We didn't mesh as a team. We were more so individuals, and the year just didn't really. It made me want to be a dazzling doll. Like, I wanted to join the dance team. I was dead ass serious, and some girls on the team with me, and they were like, "Shauna, don't leave the team. We said we was gonna do this in high school," which we did, but unfortunately, I actually did not make it all the way to high school. I'm glad they did though, and they did a great job when they did. But I was like, I'm ready to go. I don't want to do this no more, y'all, because my 7th grade year was not the best, and I want to be a dancer. I want to be a dancing dog, because I wasn't a one-trick pony in school. I was very flexible. I can cheer and I can dance, so I pretty much had I had the package of I could do both. I was already a very bouncy cheerleader, so that's what proved it. Like, you're not supposed to be bouncy. I'm already a tippy toe walker sometimes, so I was just very bouncy, just bouncy. And the coach, she was like, "You are just so bouncy. You're just so bouncy. Cheerleaders are stiff." Girl, I was a bouncy cheerleader, okay? I was a bouncy cheerleader, but I made it work. And I used to be, "Go TJMS, wow," like cheerleader, okay? If I still had my uniform, I would have showed y'all, because I don't have the main uniform, but we had these uniforms called Pep Rally Uniforms. And one of them, one year, one was red, black, and white, and the other year, it was black, red, and white. So regardless, our colors were red, black, and white throughout every district. Our mascot was Titans. So all the elementaries, middle schools, high school was one mascot, and one mascot only in one color. Red, black, and white, red, black, and white, and silver, or red, black, and silver, depending on how it feel, and Titans. So imagine going to, and then it's crazy because the school that we were rivals with, which was Lincoln. That was so crazy, y'all. They end up coming to the cheer camp with us too, and some of the girls are really pretty nice. Like, 7th grade year, I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't all bad, because when we ended the trip, I actually started to talk to the girls, and we communicated. We had fun. We went to the mall, y'all, And I met one of the girls, and we went to the store. She know, if you know who you are, you know, we went to the store. I think it was Spencer's or something. And we was playing with the fake cigarettes and stuff. And you know how when you holding something for so long, you forget. But she was honest about it. We was all honest about it. We ended up having to go back to the store and putting it back. And like, oh my God, like, I can't believe we did that. But, you know, they were pretty cool, man. Like, at the end of the fact, it was pretty cool. But the 7th grade year actually just wasn't the best. Because the 8th grade girls was just, they were really messy. And they kind of messed that experience up for me. Because all they did was, you know, they just talked about people. And it kind of ruined the experience. Because instead of being a team, they would gang up in a room. And, you know, all the 8th graders would gang up on the 7th grade and talk about us. I'm like, well, damn, you know, like, of course we ain't gonna know what we doing, but that was that. But the 8th grade year, we were the total opposite. Like, when our 7th graders joined the team, we made them feel welcome. We gave them the ins and out of cheer camp because we knew we was going back to the same camp. We let them know, y'all, when y'all talk to these women, say good morning, you know, introduce yourself, all that great stuff. Don't just be like, hey, I want this and this and that, because that's what we did. And, you know, we wanted to give them the ins and out. We went to UCLA. No, I don't think that's what it was called. I forgot, y'all. Damn. But I think it was just, no, that's in California. Yeah, I can't remember. But it was in Texas College. Texas Station. We went to Texas Station and we went out. That's where we went for cheer camp. And we went to a college because we were staying in a dorm room. Those dorm rooms were cool. Now my 7th, 8th grade year, y'all, I had so much fun. Like, I had so much fun, man. Like, I laughed that whole trip. Like, I laughed so much. And we stayed up all night laughing. We know we had to get up in the morning. No, our ass had to get up. We laughing and talking and doing an absolute most that day. Those nights, actually, because we had a ball, y'all. Like, I know. I feel like I could speak for everybody. We had a ball. Like, we had a ball, man. A good ass time. Like, we cheered, we laughed, we won that goddamn banana. It was a big banana that, you know, you win it out of spirit, and if your team the loudest in the crunkest, you win this banana. And we had a team, they had a team that was literally dressed like us. We had on like warm-up clothes, but we had on some cute-ass warm-up clothes because we ordered our clothes and you get a few outfits for the time you're there. So we had on the set that was green, pink, black, and white. And they had literally the same shit on. The only thing that was different was their socks, and they didn't have the design on the back of their shirt. They had the shorts and everything, y'all. So they standing right next to us. So they thinking we want a banana because they passing a banana to me. We just, and I put this girl on my neck. She know who she was. Girl, you was heavy as fuck. I put her on my neck, and I'm bouncing around. I'm like, we're going to win this goddamn banana. We're going to win this banana. We bouncing, screaming, yeah, go TJ. Okay, so they giving us the bananas. We going bananas. We got the banana. No. Trying to find out the other team got the banana, because when we got the banana, I just noticed the whole crowd get quiet. Everybody looking. And the woman that gave it to was one of the cheerleaders of the team, you know, of the camp. She was like, oh, she looked sad because she had to take it from us. And she's like, I'm sorry, but she's like, we meant to give it to them. They actually want a banana. Y'all, when I tell y'all I looked at that woman, like I could snatch every follicle of hair her goddamn head. I don't know why. It just made me so mad because I'm like, we deserve, I ain't trying to say everybody else was in pipe, but I put old girl on my neck, knowing I was a string bean, so we could win that goddamn banana, and she gonna take it out of my hand talking about I meant to give it to the other team. Everybody laughing and said, Shayhana, it's okay. It's okay, Shayhana. I got upset. I was like, yo, she took that banana and she gave it to them, and she know damn well that we meant that we was supposed to win that banana. But the next day, we won that goddamn banana, though. And we had on our own damn outfit. We had on this cute black, red, and zebra striped outfit. And I literally, low-key, not too long ago, just got rid of them shorts. Like, I had this shit for a long-ass time because I said, I'm going to get my money's worth. I'll be damned if I keep buying all these outfits and we ain't going to wear them like for real. Because last year, we wore our spirit shirts and some shorts. The year, 8th grade year, we actually got outfits. We wore our cheer spirit shirts and some shorts. But I couldn't even dance with them because I didn't have no shorts. I was so heartbroken. That's another reason why I didn't enjoy my 7th grade year, because I couldn't dance with the team because I didn't have no black shorts. Oh, I was so heartbroken. I really wanted to do their routine because I think there was a routine when we first got the But enough about cheerleading. The next thing I want to talk about, y'all, is I had acne. Those who know me personally and those who have seen me around, I know that y'all know this. And regardless of the fact, I had acne. To this day, I still deal with a little scarring. Sometimes I still deal with little breakouts, but it's not as half as bad as it was growing up. I started getting acne in my 4th grade year. It didn't get as bad as until I got to 5th grade on to middle school and high school. When I first started developing it, I noticed that it was like very small pimples, like very, very, very little small dots. And you know how they say like you get heat bumps? That's what I thought it was. I thought it was heat bumps. No, it was acne, okay? Acne developing slowly, okay? So, 5th grade years when I started realizing I was full blown breaking out. And I ain't gonna lie, I got talked about. Some people just call me bumpy face and crunch ball and all this shit. And it did fuck me up a little bit because I'm like, damn, I can't help it. And I can't help that my skin is doing what it do. And it was some days I used to really like, when I used to wash my face, I just try to wash my face. I was trying to wash this shit off my face. Like, get the fuck off my face. Like, I used to scrub my motherfucking skin because I was trying to get that off my face. I was trying to get that shit off my face, y'all. It wasn't going no goddamn well, okay? And it really was hereditary. My daddy had acne, so I developed acne. Boo-hoo. But so my 5th grade year, 6th grade year, 7th, 8th, I used to not like my fucking skin. Like cheerleading, once again, cheerleading was my outlet for this. So like when I had on my uniform and I was cheering, that shit didn't bother me no more. But when I had that shit on, sometimes it would get to me. It wasn't like detrimental where it just had me suicidal and just had me hate myself. But I was very self-cautious. I was very like, I didn't like people looking at me. Like, when I had conversation with people, I used to have acne. Like, it was around my mouth. It was all on my face. It was all over. Yeah, it was all over my face, y'all. Like, that shit was bad. And I didn't like people talking to me because I just felt like I didn't like talking to people. And I didn't like people talking to me because I felt like when they were looking at me, they could see my acne. Like, that's all they seen. Like, they don't see my features. They don't see shit but my acne. So I was like, dang, it was kind of like I wouldn't say a self-esteem blower, but it was like a confidence blower because confidence and self-esteem don't really, they go together, but they not the main thing because you cannot have self-esteem, but you can have confidence, and you cannot have confidence. If it sounds crazy, whatever, but it was like, damn, it made me kind of like self-cautious. It made me not want to really be the public eye. That's why I said like doing this is stepping out of my comfort zone. It's stepping out of something that I did not think I would do, but I wanted to do. Not saying I didn't want to do it. I just didn't think I would do it. But I did it, and I'm doing it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to remain doing it. So yeah, acne. Middle school, high school. I'm going to be real. My mama bought me this spin brush, and that time is when I really started seeing my acne improve. Like, literally, the first day I used it, I woke up the next day, and I seen my skin improving like that. I was like, damn, my skin is really improving. Like, I feel great. I'm looking better. I'm feeling better. I'm getting older. So, of course, I'm just starting to really, and then at the time, like my 9th grade year, that's when I started really trying to help my skin because I got tired of it. My mama seen it. My mama know what my mama know. And my friends know too. But I ain't really get deep with it. But my mama know. Like, I really was just to the point where I was fed up with the shit. But I didn't. I'm sorry, I'm just cussing. But this is what it is. This is my story. So my mama knew, and I tried everything, y'all. Like, I tried everything. Y'all, it's ridiculous. It was to the point where I was taking oral medication, okay, to try to clear my acne, and it didn't do anything but laugh in my face. And so, so my 9th grade years when my mama bought me this spin brush, and I use that brush every damn day, and my skin really started to improve. Like, my 10th grade and on up, like 12th grade year was the year that I literally had little to no acne. Like, I still had breakouts and pimples, but it wasn't as severe as it was in middle school and coming up. Now that I'm out of high school and those years are behind me, my skin now, literally the only thing that I deal with and is not even that bad anymore. Like, my pores were still open probably like a few months ago, probably last year, early last year. I still had little pores. I still dealt with breakouts and I have scarring, but other than that, like, as you can see, like, my face, I have on a little makeup, but as you can see, like, I'm not I'm not a full-blown crunch bar, you know. I'm not that no more. Like, I used to say, oh, crunch bar and them little star crunches. That's another thing. Star crunch, crunch bar. What else? All the little bullshit. But, you know, so it's like, I am more accepting of it. I still sometimes have my days because I want completely clear skin. But understanding my reality and understanding my life, that's just not going to happen right now until I can really get some good products. But honestly, the way my skin is going for me, I really believe I'm going to be there soon. Like, all I need is some really good stuff for my scars, and I'll be good, you know? I could deal with a little breakout, because I rather deal with a breakout than full-blown acne. And that's why I never understood why people who had flawless skin, when they get a little breakout, they'll freak out the way they did. But now I'm like, I kind of do and I kind of don't. Because you had a breakout. Imagine waking up every day dealing with a face full of fucking bumps. And that's all you like. You don't have no ounce of clear skin. Versus having a beautiful face of skin. Not saying your face is not beautiful because you don't have acne. I never was trying to say that. But it's just saying, like, your skin is very flawless. You have no imperfections whatsoever. Yes, you have some, but I'm saying, like, acne-wise. Then you get a little pimple. Okay, cool. It'll fuck you up, but that's going to go away. Try having a lot of acne. So, you know, that's all I was thinking about at the time. But, y'all, high school, when I got out of school, middle school, like I said, I didn't continue cheerleading. I stopped cheerleading. But I did do some new things in high school. But in middle school, I also did Sassy Ladies. I did Taffy. I did track as well. I didn't run track for real, because I didn't prepare for track runner. I didn't prepare for the track. I didn't do that. I did it one time, and I didn't really like it, and I got backlash from it, but whatever. But I did the 4x4. This shit was horrible. Like, I really was like, God damn it. And y'all, when you don't condition for stuff, and you literally get thrown into something the date of, that's how shit happens. And I was not conditioned for the 4x4. And then it was the 4x2, 4x1 relay race. I did hurdles. I almost face planted, but I got 5th place, which is better than 6th. So I was just thrown in there. But I did high jump. If you don't know what high jump is when they balance a bar above. They balance a beam bar above. Above ground, and they raise it every so high. And what you gotta do is you gotta take off full speed, and you gotta jump off one leg, and you gotta jump over with your back. So I did that, and I had got 3rd place doing it, and I'm pretty proud of myself because I conditioned myself for that. Like, I was conditioned for that, so I got 3rd place with that. I did shot put. I did shot put discus. Discus is when you hold the disc in your wrist. It's like you gotta hold it with your fingers, but you gotta hold it flat, and you gotta spin around. You gotta throw it. Shot put, you gotta hold it kind of like this, and you gotta spin around, and you gotta chunk it, but you can't like throw it. You gotta like chunk it. I did that. Didn't really do good. I did long jump when you gotta I think it was triple jump too. I did long jump. You gotta run and you gotta jump off one leg. You gotta land to a sand pit, and where you land is where your marking would be. Triple jump, or however you said, you do like a skip and then you jump. So I did all that, but I did track, y'all. I did it both years. Crazy how I did it both years. And I went to all the track meets, and that was pretty cool. So, you know, they were decent. I enjoyed it. You know, it wasn't the people. It was just track itself. I wasn't a hardcore track star. Like, I was a cheerleader. I was a girly girl cheerleader. Like, that's what I was. But I wanted to do something different. Everybody was like, oh, do the basketball. I was like, nah. Do volleyball. I was like, nah. I didn't want to do those things. I should have applied myself more. And that's another thing. I just really was like, I should have applied myself a lot more with certain things in school. Like going into high school, which I'm about to start now. About to start talking about now. High school. You know how they did the royal court of homecoming queen, homecoming king and stuff. I really wish I would have been involved with those things. I felt like, and those who see me around, y'all, I did not like the girl I was is no comparison to the woman I am today. Like, I literally, I gave a fuck, but I did not give a fuck. Like, I used to just put on a fucking jacket, jeans, and go mad to school. Like, brush my hair, brush my teeth, wash my face, moisturize the skin, boom, bow, go. Like, that's the girl I was. But the woman I am today, if I had the style and swag, I always had it, but I just didn't have it in school. Like, I didn't care. I didn't have it in school. But I just feel like I should have I put more effort in school. Like, I really feel like that. Like, with my grades, with everything, like, I really feel like I should have put more effort. Yeah, it's crazy. I haven't breathed that deep since this whole video, but so yeah, high school, and then I'm gonna, get to the point of finishing. So high school, y'all. High school, I did softball. I didn't fully play softball, but I was considered as the trainer or the manager of softball. Like I kept score of their scores. I got the snacks. I prepared everything like for the track meets, not track meets. Oh my god. For the softball meets, I prepared everything. I got everything ready for those things. Like I would fill up the water thing. What you call it? Water pit. I don't know. I used to fill it up. Water jug, whatever you want to call it. The big orange Gatorade thing. I filled that up. Getting people uniforms ready with their sizes and everything. Excuse me, y'all. That's on my tongue. I would fill that up. So that's what I did. What else I did in high school? Um, what else I did in high school? I was an avid advancement via individual determination. I was in there from ninth grade on. I skipped a year, and I was happy I was able to get back in, but I ended up skipping a year, and it wasn't really my fault. I don't know if it was my fault, but they took me out of it. Like I was still a member, but they took me out the classes, which I don't know why. Like I skipped my 11th grade year, I think, because I came back. I don't know how that happened, y'all, but I skipped a year. That was crazy. I think I skipped a year. Yeah, I don't know. I think I skipped a year, but Abby was cool too. We went on field trips. We went on a lot of college field trips. We came out here too. We came out here and viewed a few schools. And I used to have fun with that group. Like, y'all was some funny people. Y'all was some funny kids back then. Like, we had a great time. I remember one time, one of our classmates, we were leaving, and he thought we was leaving him, and he started full-blown running down them stairs. And instead of him walking like a normal human, he threw himself down the stairs and tumbled down them damn stairs. Like, they were fucking cement stairs covered in, like, them little decorative rocks or whatever you want to call them, but they, like, encased. I'm describing it the best way I can. Encased rocks that look rocks, but they're not rocks. He tumbled down them goddamn stairs, got up, and full-fledged run again. And we just looking at him like, because all you heard was boom, 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 when he was coming down the stairs. And we're like, damn, dude, are you okay? Like, you just totally tumbled down these goddamn stairs and you just got back up and took off running. And I was standing next to the teacher. Her name was Miss Turner. Hi, Miss Turner. I was standing there next to her. She said, well, why is he okay? He just gonna run down the stairs and fall and get back up. And we did a lot of good things. Miss Turner, man, she was so sweet, y'all. Like, I know I used to get on her nerves low key, but I know she loved all of us. She loved me too. I loved her too, man. Like, she did so much some sweet stuff for y'all. She took us to Mazio's one day. I believe, yeah, she took us to Mazio's, and she was like, I can't think his name. That's why I say his name, but I don't really want to say about his name in this video. I just want to talk about my life. We went to Mazio's, and one of our classmates was getting all the pieces, and she was like, I mean, there's other people here, like, don't do that. Just eating all the damn pizza. Because he had, like, no, that's what I think it was that, too. Because it was another time when he ate a lot of pizza. And she was like, he ate 12 pieces of pizza, y'all. 12 pieces of pizza. And I was like, I was only on slice 3. Like, I was barely eating. Because I'm like, I ain't eat that much that time. Like, I'll eat. But, like, come on. After your second slice, you damn near full. If you just not a foodie. But, y'all, Abby was cool, man. And we didn't just go on all college shit. Let me not just say that, because we did go to some trips. We went on we came to the aquarium out here, and I was on the Ferris wheel with some of the classmates, and I touched the goddamn palm tree, and I had motor oil on my hand because the Ferris wheel was so close to it. It rubbed the motor oil on it. We was on a ferry because we went to why we was on a ferry, so we had to be in Galveston. Yeah, we was on a ferry, and y'all, on a trip back home from the bus, tell me why when I looked down at my bra. This is why, for those who were on the bus with me that time, when we was coming back from that trip, when you heard somebody screaming, or whatever, you was sitting next to me that was screaming, this is why. I looked down into my bra. I had on a sports bra and a regular bra. I looked down, and in my sports bra was a fucking spider, okay? I had a spider in my shirt. Yeah, I started screaming. If I could take my clothes off, I could have. I was, And everybody was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Why is school screaming? Why is she screaming? I didn't really want to tell nobody because I was like, I don't want to be like, ew, she got a spider in her bra. But now, I don't give a fuck. Y'all had a spider in my bra, okay? That is why I was screaming. I had a fucking spider in my bra. I never experienced nothing like that ever. I just randomly looked down and I literally seen a spider. It wasn't huge, but it was the fact that I had a spider in my bra. Like, how in the actual fuck you get a spider in your bra? But y'all, high school, man, I should have did more. I should have been more active. I should have been more just like, I should have really did more in high school, man. But when I went to school, I sat by the same people every day, same group of friends every day. Y'all know who y'all are. I sat by y'all every day. We hung out every day. But I had the ones that I really hung out at school. And, you know, till this day, I'm still cool with those same people. And I love y'all. And, you know, it's up from here. But school was just like, damn, man. I got my first fight. I only got suspended one time in school, y'all. I was a goody two shoes. Got my first fight. That shit was crazy. I don't really have no beef. Like, I be loving her shit on Instagram, Facebook, and shit. Cause she do some bomb ass nails, y'all. She do some bomb ass nails. Like, I don't really have an issue with her no more. Like, that was then. This is now. That shit crazy. I never got suspended from school. I was never suspended from school until that one time. But all being said is, y'all, you know, I come from a small town called Port Arthur. I'm 22 years old. My name is Shayanna, and I go by Denated Goddess. And that was my story. It might have been all over the place, but I hope you enjoyed it because I don't normally do stuff like this. I don't really let everybody in on my life if they don't really personally know me. And it felt good being able to share some laughs with y'all and talk about some things that was just like, girl, really? Because I might do one of these again, and I might talk about some other stuff. So, you know, this might not be the only time I do something like this. I might talk about something else like this too, but for now, I'm just going to stick to this. Oh, yeah, and prom. So, you know, prom and everything. Hold up, before I end this off, y'all, let me tell you about middle school and high school prom. Really just middle school prom. So, middle school prom, my mama did my makeup, y'all. She did a great job. You know, she did good for, you know, a young lady. I was only like 12. Not 12. What the fuck I'm talking about? I was only like freaking 13, 14 years old, maybe. And, you know, back then, we were not like these 13 and 14-year-old thing. Like, we were still, like, fucking kiddish. We were still kiddish and shit. So, my mama did my makeup as such. Long story short, my sister told her, don't touch Shay on her eyebrows because I had some thick-ass eyebrows. They not as thick as they are now because, I keep them shaped. But I had really thick eyebrows. And my mama, she just likes to arch my eyebrows. You know, my eyebrows was a playing field for her. So she was just, One time she messed them up. Like, she messed my eyebrows up one time and I had to go to a cheer game like that. And I cried. But I just made the best of it. But she did my eyebrows for middle school. Y'all, I still mess with her about that because she know I'm just playing with her. But then, I'm still serious. But I was like, mama, you are not touching my eyebrows no more. Yeah, when I tell you my mama damn near took my eyebrows off my face. When I tell you I was crying, I was like, my eyebrows. Like, she said, oh, I'm so sorry, mama, baby. I was like, mama, my eyebrows. I said, I ain't got no eyebrows. They skinny. Like, they were so damn skinny. But my mama did a good job, man. She did a really good job. And she made me feel so pretty that day. And my sister came in, she helped me. They both helped me. You know, my sister took pictures of me. My mama did, she fixed my eyebrows with some pomade powder. So thank God, makeup can make things happen. But when I took that shit off, bony. But high school, I had an attitude. I was on my cycle. And you know what's crazy? Every time it's something important in school, I'm always on my cycle. Graduations, on each of them, I was on my cycle. All proms, on my cycle. I was on my cycle every graduation, every prom I've ever had. Always. Y'all, it's raining if y'all hear the thundering. But let me finish this video, y'all. So like I said, thank you for watching. If you got this far, I hope you enjoyed this story time about my life. Like I said, I'm going to start doing some things like this more often. So before we end this video off, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share it because I have a lot of great content coming your way, and I'm very thankful if you made it this far. Thank you, God is Game, and until next time, bye.